Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.3, Chapter 9, entitled Brahma's Prayer for Creative Energy. Verse 1. Brahmo Vacha Nyatosi Medya Suchiran Nanudeha Bhajam Najñayate Bhagavato Ratirityavadyam Nanyatvadasti Bhagavannapi Tanna Suddham Maya Runa Vyatitaradya Durur Vibhasi. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord, today, after many years of penance, I have come to know about you. Oh, how unfortunate the embodied living entities are, that they are unable to know your personality. My Lord, you are the only knowable object, because there is nothing supreme beyond you. If there is anything supposedly superior to you, it is not the absolute. You exist as the supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The highest peak of the ignorance of the living entities who are conditioned by material bodies is that they are unaware of the supreme cause of the cosmic manifestation. Different people have different theories regarding the supreme cause, but none of them are genuine. The only supreme cause is Vishnu, and the intervening impediment is the illusory energy of the Lord. The Lord has employed His wonderful material energy in manifesting many wonderful distractions in the material world, and the conditioned souls, illusioned by the same energy, are thus unable to know the supreme cause. The most stalwart scientists and philosophers, therefore, cannot be accepted as wonderful. They only appear wonderful because they are instruments in the hands of the illusory energy of the Lord. Under illusion, the general mass of people deny the existence of the Supreme Lord and accept the foolish products of illusory energy as supreme. One can know the supreme cause, the personality of Godhead, by the causeless mercy of the Lord, which is bestowed upon the Lord's pure devotees like Brahma and those in his disciplined succession. By acts of penance only was Lord Brahma able to see the Narbhodatsai Vishnu, and by realization only could he understand the Lord as he is. Brahma was extremely satisfied upon observing the magnificent beauty and opulence of the Lord, and he admitted that nothing can be comparable to him. Only by penance can one appreciate the beauty and opulence of the Lord. And when one is acquainted with that beauty and opulence, he is no longer attracted by any other. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 2.59, Param Drishtva Nivartate. Foolish human beings who do not endeavor to investigate the supreme beauty and opulence of the Lord are here condemned by Brahma. It is imperative that every human being try for such knowledge, and if anyone does not do so, his life is spoiled. Anything that is beautiful and opulent in the material sense is enjoyed by those living entities who are like crows. Crows always engage in picking at rejected garbage, whereas The white doves do not mix with the crows. Rather, they take pleasure in transparent lakes which, with lotus flowers, surrounded by beautiful orchards. Both crows and doves are undoubtedly birds by birth, but they are not of the same feather. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
So Brahma's prayers to the Lord, based on his own realization, Brahma is saying that after many, many years of penance, I come to know about you. Tapasya. Without tapasya, one cannot know the Supreme Lord. Without tapasya, one cannot experience Krishna consciousness. And Brahma says, how unfortunate, nobody knows you in this material world. Bhavanam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. My Lord, you are only knowable object. There is nothing beyond you. If there is anything superior to you, it is not absolute. It is not absolute means if anything is superior in your mind, it is a concocted, it is only an illusion. Illusion, you can think of anything. There is no end, no. What all your mind can concoct, there is no end. So anything that is superior to you should know that it is not absolute, means it is illusion. You exist as supreme by exhibiting the creative energy of matter. So the Supreme Lord is a source of all this material energy. He is a source of all energies. Entire existence is nothing but Krishna and his energies. Krishna and the energies that serve him. The three kinds of energies, internal energy, external energy and marginal energy. These energies are coming from Krishna to serve him. Energy always serves the energetic. This is our observation. This body is energy, it serves me. Money serves me. Electricity serves me. Energies always serve persons. And the Supreme Person is served by all his supreme energies. So Brahma, after tapasya, he got this realization. Krishna is everywhere. Even the material world is within and without of everything. He is within each of our heart, within each of He is within our hearts, He is within the atoms, and He is without also. In without, He is there as Kala. So when there is purification by proper tapasya, we get realization of Krishna is there everywhere, Krishna is there in everything, Krishna is in control of everything, inside, outside, everything. And the purpose of existence is Anandamayo Bhyasat. He is the supreme enjoyer of all these energies, including the living entities, jivas. As Prabhupada says, the illusory energy. Now let us come to the illusory energy. The illusory energy, the material energy, is created through Brahma. Material world is created with varieties through Brahma. Again for a purpose. The marginal potency, the living entities like us, our Swarupa is that we are Nitya Krishna Dasa. Nitya Krishna Dasa. Our Swarupa. Our Swarupa is we are of the same quality as Krishna. Krishna is Satchidananda, I am also Satchidananda. That is the nature of that is our Swarupa. Right now, if you see, we have forgotten our Swarupa. Each of us are thinking we are independent. Because that is how. We don't see God anywhere. We are born and we see human beings are controlling everything, everywhere. So you think, everything is controlled by human beings. To whatever degree, different degrees, all small Ishwaras. He also thinks he is a small Ishwara. This is what right from birth we see, we observe, and we create a philosophy that there is God. So right now we have forgotten our Swarupa. All the jivas in the material world, they are all intrinsically servants of Krishna. They are intrinsically Satya Chittanananda. Intrinsic means what? Property. Wood. Intrinsic property is that woodness. Fire. Intrinsic property is light and heat. Intrinsic property of each jiva is Satchit Ananda, loving servitor of the Supreme Lord. The part and parcel of the Lord is a servant of the whole Supreme Person. Now, of course, these things we keep on repeatedly hearing. Or we keep on repeatedly talking philosophy also. But all these things, for it to become realization, the key thing that is mentioned here is Tapasya. If we want to realize whatever Srila Prabhupada has said in his purports, simply reading is not enough, reading plus Tapasya. Tapasya, as far as our life is concerned, consists of two ways of Tapasya. One is the Tapasya of our sadhana. Other is the Tapasya of serving the spiritual master. How hard, how sincerely we work for the spiritual master. So, two kinds of Tapasya. Our Tapasya to preach and our Tapasya to purify ourselves by sadhana. daily sadhana, tapasya for sadachara, tapasya for sadvichara, which means tapasya means austerity. Austerity means going against something. Tapasya. And what is this against something? You have durvichara. That is, now you have to have sadvichara. In your mind you have to throw out durvichara and keep only sadvichara. In our behavior, we should throw away duracharas, what we do with our body, what we do with our senses. Sense gratification is a durachara. So we have to have tapasya, to have sadvichara. And we are trained in the ashram. In temple life, we are trained for sadachara. What you should do, what you should not do with your body, what you should do with your mind, what you should not do with your mind. So these are all things that are regulation in behavior, regulation in thinking, regulation in practicing bhakti, sadhana. And working hard for the spiritual mission, Krishna's mission, which is spiritual master's mission. The world is full of work. People work, people work, people work, people work. People work in factories, people work in IT companies, people work everywhere for a goal, for a work goal they work. But they are all Maya goals. In the material world, there is a real work. That work is that of Krishna's work is what in this material world? What is Krishna's interest in this material world? Our interest is sense gratification. What is Krishna's interest in this world? What does Krishna want out of this material world? He wants the living entities back home. So reminding the living entities, guiding the living entities, this is called preaching. So preaching is directly Krishna's work. Preaching and doing everything to organize preaching is direct work of mission of Vaikuntha on this earth. So this is of course Brahma did a different type of tapas. But the principle is same here. We are given this kind of tapas. So unless we take this tapas, even 100 years you don't get any realizations. You don't get that firm conviction that Supreme Lord is Vishnu and the purpose of existence is for Vishnu. So all these things cannot come unless we take tapasya. We all come here for what? We want to realize our life, our spiritual life. We got impressed. Okay, here is Shastra says, this is God. And here is what the Shastra says. What is real Ananda? Here is what Shastra says. What is Sat? Truth. I want to realize this. That's why I have come. We are seeing that the outside world is miserable. Contrary to our expectations is always happiness. We realize that the love that we have in the material world is just flickering, is momentary chemical love. But love experience is nice. But here that love experience will only give you kicks. Material world love is love hidden with hate, hidden with pain, not happiness, love hidden with distress. Only superficially love appears momentarily as love. Momentarily. Afterwards it is only dukkha. So therefore we have come here to Srila Prabhupada. Every living entity in the depth of the heart is seeking for this truth. Sat Chitan Ananda. Who am I? Where is my permanent life? I want permanent happiness. I want permanent satisfaction. I want permanent love. I want pure chit. But I am not getting here. Therefore we have come to Prabhupada. Very nice. Hunger is there. We have come to Prabhupada. Now there is a path prescribed by Guru. If you follow the path prescribed by Guru, that path is prescribed tapasya. Not any tapasya. If somebody wants mystic power, then some mystic guru will tell him, you stand on one feet for 100 years, you will get power. Like Hiranyakashipu did. He also did tapasya. But if you go to a Sadguru, Sadguru is the one who takes you to Sat, absolute truth, beyond illusion. So you go to a Sadguru, and that is Srila Prabhupada. He gives us what is tapasya. Without tapasya, you cannot realize God. So we should execute our tapasya very nicely. And what is our tapasya? Our daily life is our tapasya. Morning to night, what we are doing is the tapasya. We get up in the morning. We follow all the sadacharas, take bath, clean ourselves, etc., etc. We go before the deity. We worship the deity. We worship Tulsi Maharani. We worship Guru. This is the tapasya. Worship Guru. We worship the holy name. Then we worship Srimad Bhagavatam. After that we worship Prasadam. After that we engage in the personal service of Guru. engaging in missionary work of Srila Prabhupada is a personal service to Guru. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So what is the seva to Guru? In our case, to please Guru. Right? And what does Guru want? He wants to preach Krishna consciousness. He has made it very clear what is required. Preach Krishna consciousness. So preaching. So instead of being lazy, we engage seriously and sincerely in spreading the mission of the Lord. Whatever little I can do, I should work very hard. I cannot be lazy. Prabhupada is watching me. My Guru is watching me. Hey, I'm lazy. I don't want to do anything. प्रसाद के बाद कुछ ना कुछ करके आएंगे, थोड़ा 1-2 घंटा जाके आएंगे. No, you should enthusiasm, you should work with a vision, we should work with excitement, we should work with hard work. These are all the tapasya for the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada will notice this, attract his attention. So you should have a purpose. This is tapasya, Guru Seva. You cannot cheat your way to God. You cannot cheat your way to self-realization. You cannot accidentally get self-realized. कितना साल भी बैठो, accidentally self-realization नहीं होता है. तपस्या करना. क्या तपस्या गुरु बताया? वो ये सब तपस्या. Guaranteed that one will get realization of the Supreme Lord. Not about simply seeing Him. One will get realization about the Supreme Lord, how He is, where He is, how He is involved. It comes to one point of realization that you will see that Krishna you cannot escape Krishna anywhere. Inside, outside, everywhere. In life. In our lives, in everybody's life, Krishna is there. Living entities cannot even think, feel and will without Paramatma in the heart. One gets realization that Krishna is a Sarva Karana Karana. One gets realization that Krishna is the most compassionate personality. God is the most compassionate personality. And how His compassion is manifesting. Even creation of this material world is manifestation of His compassion, giving an opportunity for rebellious souls to change their consciousness from lust to love. So tapasya, kama sankalpa varjitaha. Kama sankalpa. Sankalpa means beliefs. One meaning is beliefs. I believe that here there is enjoyment. So we have got so many beliefs that is. But actually those enjoyments are all ahankara enjoyments. It's not your soul enjoyment. Jhuta hai. So to get realization that these are jhuta happiness, as Prabhupada says, parandrishtva nivartate. He has to get the experience of sweetness of Krishna consciousness. And then the lower taste will be given. And that is why, having spoken all these things, tapasya, sadachara means no intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling. Macro sadachara. We have to follow these things. Sadhana and sadachara. And we have to maintain our mind free from offenses, sadvichara, free from offenses to anybody, even to karmis. Jiva himsa, Vaishnava aparad, seva aparad in the altar, Vaishnava nindan, they are all like poisonous snakes in the mind. Durvichara is comparison, criticizing. They're all durvichara. If it is somebody's duty, it is a different matter. You better make sure ये मेरा काम है क्या, प्रभुपाद के लिए कर रहा है. बहुत सोच के करना है, क्रिटिसाइज करना है सब. Any questions? Time up. बोलो. क्वेश्चन टाइम भी हो गया? हाँ, सेकेंड बेल हो गया ना? सेकेंड बेल हो गया. हाँ, एक क्वेश्चन करो. हाँ.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. This calm sankalpa varjita means the sankalpa here you told that it is a belief. We have to change our belief system. So how we can do that? Is there a process or steps which we have to take?
कामा संकल्प इज ए झूठा बिलीफ. वो सच नहीं है. It is not soul's pleasure, it is not soul's happiness. For that you have to by associating with Sat, Asat will go away. The best way to associate with Sat is all energies, Sat energy. आपको लगता है ना कभी कभी अच्छा लगता है, अंदर अच्छा एनर्जी है, कभी कभी डिप्रेसिंग एनर्जी है. दिस ऑल एनर्जी दैट पुल्स यू अप एंड डाउन, एनर्जी है. तो सत्य एनर्जी आने से ये असत बिलीफ सब चले जाता है. तो सच्चिदानंद की समुद्र अवतार लिए हैं. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हमारे लिए, सबके लिए, सब चीज के लिए एक ही उपाय है. हरे नाम एव केवलम कलो नास्तेव 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 गतिरन्यथा. श्रद्धा से विधि अनुसार नाम जपा करने से काम संकल्प वर्जिता ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाता है, इजीली हो जाता है. नहीं चाहिए मेरे को. जब वो एनर्जी नहीं है, आपको खींचता है, काम नहीं छोड़ सकता है. नहीं, ये आनंद है मेरे लिए, आनंद नहीं है, कैसे छोड़ सकता है, कैसे छोड़ सकता है. सत्य चित्त शक्ति जब हमारे हृदय में आ जाते हैं, हमारे हृदय बोलते हैं नहीं चाहिए, ये मूर्ख है, हम थोड़ी मूर्ख बनने वाला है, हमको उल्लू बनाने वाला है माया. मैं आत्मा हूं, मेरा हृदय है कृष्ण प्रेम, मेरा स्वरूप है भक्ति भावना, मेरा स्वरूप है भक्ति रसा, कृष्ण भक्ति रसा. लाइक प्रभुपाद ने इधर अच्छी तरह बताया, ये सब क्रो के लिए है. मैं स्वान हूं, एक क्रो के लिए है. गार्बेज रसा है, ये रसा है लेकिन गार्बेज रसा है. अब गार्बेज में भी कभी फूड आइटम्स होता है ना, हाँ? कोई खा के फेंक देते हैं, फिर भी वो लास्ट नहीं हुआ, इट बिकम्स अनईटेबल, वो गार्बेज में बैठता है। फूड ये हलवा ही है, केक ही है, गार्बेज केक लेगा तो भी थोड़ा तो कुछ स्वीटनेस तो होगा, पर ज्यादा से ज्यादा फंगस होगा। इसी तरह ये सब गार्बेज रसा है। कामा इज गार्बेज रसा। ये कैसा रियलाइजेशन आता है? जब तक सप्तरसा नहीं आएगा कैसे रियलाइज करेगा? हाँ, परम दृष्टि निवर्तते। वो परम दृष्टि कैसे आएगा? वो टेस्ट आना है। वो टेस्ट किधर से आएगा? सब टेस्ट की समुद्र है सच्चिदानंद नाम प्रभु। सो नाम प्रभु अगर हम अच्छी तरह सोलफुल, हार्टफुल, माइंडफुल, ईयरफुल, टंगफुल जपा करना है। क्या करना है? सोलफुल, हार्टफुल, माइंडफुल, टंगफुल, ईयरफुल जपा करना। हो गया, हमारा सब प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाए। इससे बड़ा तपस्या नहीं है कुछ। नाम जपा, सोलफुल जपा से, सद्भावने से जप करते हैं भगवान की नाम। बिकॉज कृष्णा इज कृष्णा, कृष्णा नाम इज कृष्णा। उसको टच करने से उनका गुण आ जाते हैं। कृष्णा का क्या गुण है? कृष्ण भय ये सब काम दुख योनया आत्मनाशनम, क्या क्या कृष्ण बोला है वो सब याद करो। अरे ये कृष्ण का वैल्यू है। व्हाट? काम के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं कृष्ण? नरक से इदम द्वारम, नरक जाएंगे, आत्म की नाश होता है। आत्मा की शत्रु होता है, सबसे बड़ा शत्रु है कामा। हाँ, कृष्णा की व्यक्ति है वो, अगर बोलने का है तो वो सत्य है। सो देयरफॉर इट इज गार्बेज रसा। आई वांट भक्ति रसा, आई डोंट वांट गार्बेज रसा। भक्ति रसा में सब आनंद है, सब इंद्रियों को भी आनंद आता है, सब फुल हो जाता है। लेकिन हम सोललेस, हार्टलेस, माइंडलेस, ईयरलेस, ओनली टंग जपा, उसमें से थोड़ा पुण्य मिलता है। जब तक शब्द को नहीं सुनते, एक्सीडेंटली जितना सुनता है उतना आत्मा को फल होता है। अगर सुनेगा नहीं ना तो आत्मा टच नहीं करता है अवतार को, नाम अवतार को। नाम अवतार को पूरा बेनिफिट लेने से और कुछ रास्ता नहीं है। अच्छी तरह जप करो, यू विल बी शॉक्ड। आपको टेस्ट आएगा मंगल आरती जाने का, आपको टेस्ट आएगा, सब विचार के टेस्ट आएगा अच्छी तरह जप करने से। एवरीथिंग एल्स कम्स आउट ऑफ नामा। दैट इज वाई हरे नाम हरे नाम हरे नाम एव केवलम। इट नॉट ओनली फॉर बिगिनर्स, वी प्रीच नो बिगिनर्स के लिए। देखिए एक ही रास्ता है, हरि नाम जप करो। हम अपने को भी बोलना है, हमारा सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन के लिए भी एक ही रास्ता है, हरे नाम हरे नाम हरे नाम एव केवलम। कलो नास्तेव 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 गतिरन्य। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय।